Everyone, good evening. Today we are marking 25 years to the tragic event of the murder of Israeli Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin at the end of a peace rally in Tel Aviv. My name is Dovi Vidal and I am a shaliach of the Jewish Agency to UJS in the London and south of England, and with my friend and colleague Karin Levy, and in the name of the Union of Jewish Students of the UK, we want to thank you for joining us this evening for this ceremony. And I would like to ask Karin Levy, the Jewish Agency Shlicha, to speak about this event.
Thank you, Toby. On the evening of 4th November 1995, Yitzhak Rabin was assassinated by Yigal Amir, who opposed the signing of the Oslo Accords. The Oslo Accords was an attempt to resolve the ongoing Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Rabin had been attending a mass rally at the King of Israel Square in Tel Aviv, held in support of the peace. When the rally ended, Rabin walked down the city hall, stepped towards the open door of his car, at which point the assassin fired 3 shots at Rabin. 2 shots hit Rabin and the sword likely injured one of Rabin's bodyguards. Rabin was rushed to a nearby hospital where he died during the operating within 40 minutes. Rabin's assassination came as a great shock to the Israeli public, to the Jewish diaspora and the international community. The assassination in Rabin will always be an open wound in people's hearts. Every Jew and every Israeli will remember where he was when Rabin was murdered. Today, we mark the 25th Memorial Day for Yitzhak Rabin. We should ask ourselves, why should we commemorate this troubling event? Is it because we support Israel and respect the Israeli law obligating public memorial services to remember Yitzhak Rabin? Is it because we believe in this man, in his vision and his ways? Is it because we view that night, many years ago, as the night we lost our true chance for peace with our neighbors? So why do we commemorate this event? I believe that our main purpose in doing so is to condemn any kind of violence within our community, while remembering a dramatic breaking point in the history of the State of Israel. The assassination of Rabin is a dramatic moment in the history of the modern Jewish life, a moment when a Jew who lived in a democratic country didn't agree with the opinion of another Jew and chose the path of violence in an attempt to shape the future of the society.
And now, to remember Rabin, we need to see some of his life. So we will watch a short video that will tell us about the life of this man and leader.
There is only one radical means of sanctifying human life. The one radical solution is a real peace.
הייתה תקופה שבה החלטתי שאני נשאר בצבא. זו הייתה התקופה שהייתי עם הראל במצור בירושלים. לא עוד ניכנס למלחמה בלתי מוכנים, כפי שנכנסנו למלחמת העצמאות.
המלחמה היא עניין קשה ואכזרי מעיקרו, מלווה בהרבה דם ודמעות, אך דווקא במלחמה הזו שעברה עלינו באו לידי ביטוי גילויים מופלאים ונדירים של אומץ לב וגבורה, בצדם של גילויים אנושיים, של אחווה ורעות ואפילו של שאר רוח. מי שלא ראה אנשי צוותו של טנק הממשיכים בתנופת ההסתערות כאשר מפקדם הרוג ורכבם פגוע קשה, מי שלא ראה את הדאגה והמאמץ שמגלה חיל האוויר כולו כדי לחלץ טייס שצנח בשטח האויב, אינו יודע מהי מסירות של חבר לחברו.
פניתי לראש הממשלה ושר הביטחון, לוי אשכול זיכרונו לברכה, וביקשתי שעם סיום תפקידי, ב4 שנים כרמטכ"ל, אתמנה לשגריר ישראל בוושינגטון. אשכול, שפניתי אליו, אמר לי, יצחק, תחזיק אותי, אני עוד מעט נופל מהכיסא, אתה דיפלומט.
אני נותן את ברכתי הצנועה לחבר יצחק רבין.
הממשלה הזאת אמרה, אנחנו מוכנים למשא ומתן על השגת שלום. שלום שיחסל את המלחמה, יציב גבולות ביטחון, יפתור את הנושא הפלסטיני, שלום אמיתי. To the Palestinians in the territories. With you we are in confrontation. Let's shift the confrontation to negotiation.
אני רואה בתפקידי בעת הזאת הזדמנות היסטורית לממש תנועה בכיוון של מחשבות בלתי מוסכמות בעבר. בשבילי, כהונתי כראש ממשלה, זו גולת כותרת של כל חיי הפוליטיים והביטחוניים.
The peace that was born today gives us the hope that the children born today will never know war between us, and their mothers will know no sorry. הייתי איש צבא 27 שנים, נלחמתי כל עוד לא היה סיכוי לשלום. אני מאמין שיש סיכוי לשלום, סיכוי גדול, וחייבים לנצל אותו למען אלה שעומדים פה, למען אלה שאינם עומדים פה, והם רבים בעם. תמיד האמנתי שמרבית העם רוצה בשלום, תומך בשלום, ועל כך תודה רבה לכם. We wake up every morning now as different people. Peace is possible. We see the hope in our children's eyes. We see the light in our soldiers' faces, in the streets, in the buses, in the fields. We must not let them down. We will not let them down.
I would like to introduce Jack Isaacs from Leeds Jewish Society to read Rabin's last speech.
Allow me to say, I am also moved. I want to thank each and every one of you who stood up here against violence and for peace. This government, which I have the privilege to lead, together with my friend Shimon Peres, decided to give peace a chance, a peace that will solve most of the problems of the state of Israel. I was a military man for 27 years. I fought as long as there were no prospects for peace. Today, I believe that there are prospects for peace, great prospects. We must take advantage of this for the sake of those standing here and for the sake of those who do not stand here, and they are many among our people. I have always believed that the majority of the people want peace and are prepared to take risks for peace. And you here, by coming to this rally, along with the many who did not make it here, proved that the people truly want peace and oppose violence. Violence is undermining the very foundations of Israeli democracy. It must be condemned, denounced, and isolated. This is not the way of the state of Israel. Controversies may arise in a democracy, but the decision must be reached through democratic elections, as happened in 1992, when we were given the mandate to do what we are doing and to continue to do it. I want to thank the President of Egypt, the King of Jordan, and the King of Morocco, whose representatives are present here, conveying their partnership with us on the march toward peace. But above all, the people of Israel, who have proven in the 3 years this government has been in office that peace is attainable, a peace that will provide an opportunity for a progressive society and economy. Peace exists first and foremost in our prayers, but not only in our prayers. Peace is what the Jewish people aspire to, a true aspiration. Peace entails difficulties, even pain. Israel knows no path devoid of pain, but the path of peace is preferable to the path of war. I say this to you as someone who was a military man and Minister of Defence, and who saw the pain of the families of the IDF soldiers. It is for their sake, and for the sake of our children and grandchildren, that I want this government to exert every effort, exhaust every opportunity to promote and to reach a comprehensive peace. This rally must send a message to the Israeli public, to the Jewish community throughout the world, to many in the Arab world and throughout the entire world, that the people of Israel want peace, support peace, and for that, I thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Jack, and thank you, Karim. I would like to say that just today I was asked by someone, why are you in it? Why is it so important to you to make a ceremony for Yitzhak Rabin's death? And I said, because of what happened today in the streets or in the social media, when we see so much polarization, when we see different factors, different sectors in the society so difficult to work with each other, to agree with each other, we know that we have to build bridges before it will get too dangerous. I was inspired by a speech that Naomi Shemer, the famous poet from Israel, the one who wrote Yerushalayim Shel Zahav, Jerusalem of Gold, she gave a very moving speech. Even she was from the other side of the political map in Israel than Yitzhak Rabin, but she said those words about him. She starts with mentioning a poet of Yehuda Levi, a Jew from the Middle Ages. Did the tears know who shed them? And did the hearts know who has shaken them? They were shaken by the entrance of their light into the earth, and the earth did not know what inside it. That's how we sang in our youth in two voices. What is that made our hearts like this on the 4th of November? Rabin's story is the story of us all. The redhead boy in the sands of Tel Aviv is us. The young commander of the barefoot army of Palmach is us. The man who buried so many friends on the way to Jerusalem is us. The victor of the 6-day war is us. The men who had the determination of a long-range shooted arrow, who loaded his personal responsibility like a porter, who believed in our righteousness in complete faith, the man who every day of his adult life was a service for his people, the man who dreamed of leaving a clear desk behind and to bring peace in his days, remembering all our losses in all of our battlefields. The man in whom the story of his life and death embraces the story of our life and death. The man who fell on his guard in Malchei Israel Square, surrounded by cheers of love and flowers and hope. It is the man who shaped our hearts, and in our hearts he will always stay. She was also translated the beautiful poem of Walt Whitman and composed a beautiful melody for that. I will read these immortal words of Walt Whitman. "O Captain, my Captain, our fearful trip is done. The ship has weathered every wreck, the prize we sought is won. The port is near, the bells I hear, the people all exulting. While follow eyes the steady keel, the vessel grim and daring. But oh heart, 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 oh the bleeding drops of red, where on the deck my captain lies, fallen cold and dead. O Captain, my Captain, raise up and hear the bells. Raise up, for you the flag is flung, for you the bugle trills, for you bouquets and ribbons, whereas for you the shores are crowding. For you they call the swaying mass, their eager faces turning. Here, Captain, dear father, this arm beneath your head. It is some dream that on the deck you've fallen cold and dead. My captain does not answer, his lips are pale and still. My father does not feel my arm, he has no pulse nor will. The ship is anchored safe and sound, its voyage closed and done. From fearful trip, the victor's ship comes in with object won. Exult, O shores, and ring, O bells, but I, with mournful tread, walk the deck, my captain lies, fallen, cold, and dead. And now I would like to invite Noah Katz from the Jewish Society of Lancaster University and Chedva Engel from the Jewish Society of Manchester University to inspire us with some quotes of Yitzhak Rabin.
Thank you, Dolly. Thank you, Karin. We must think differently, look at things in a different way. Peace requires a world of new concepts, new definitions.
I believe that it is my responsibility as the Prime Minister of Israel to do whatever can be done to exploit the unique opportunities that lie ahead of us to move towards peace. Not everything can be done by one act.
Israel is no longer a people that dwells alone and has the opportunity and has to join the global journey toward peace, reconciliation, and international cooperation.
We are destined to live together, on the same soil, in the same land. We, the soldiers who have returned from battle stained with blood. We who have seen our relatives and our friends killed before our eyes. We who have attended their funerals and cannot look into the eyes of their parents. We who have come from a land where parents bury their children. We who have fought against you, the Palestinians. We say to you today in a loud and clear voice, enough of blood and tears, enough.
We have no desire for revenge. We harbour no hatred towards you. We, like you, are people who want to build a home, to plant a tree, to love, live side by side with you in dignity, in empathy, as human beings, as free men. We are today giving peace a chance and again saying to you in a clear voice, enough.
Peace has no borders.
Yes to peace, no to violence.
During Rabin's funeral, President Clinton, who was badly shaken by Rabin's death, teared up as he said in Hebrew and then in English, Shalom Chaver, goodbye, my friend.
Thank you, Chedva, and thank you, Noah. Now we conclude with the Tikva.
Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for your participation.